my friends, with you it's Andrea Purvu, and today I welcome you guys back to a new episode of the Prima podcast. For today's episode, I'm going to shoot another after-match review, and for today, I decided to react to yesterday's semi-final, which was England versus Netherlands. And without any further ado, let's get started. So basically, I'll first talk a bit about the lineup. So I've seen two changes in the Dutch lineup. So first of all, I've seen Xavi Simons and Shooter doing a switch. Like Xavi Simons yesterday have played as a right midfielder, even though in the latest match he played as a central midfielder. And this time Shooter played as a central midfielder, even though last time he played as a right midfielder. So yeah, I've seen a switch there. Then I've seen a replacement. I've seen Malen being, replacing Bergwijn. And honestly, besides that, I haven't seen any other changes. I think that it was a great lineup from the Dutch squad. And yeah, I don't have any remarks on it besides those. And then I've seen as well of two changes at the English lineup. So first of all, I've seen Gay instead of Konsa, and yes, I agree with that change, because Konsa is definitely not that experienced player at the national team, and last time the opponents took advantage of that. So yeah, I think that this replacement was fair. And then I've seen MAINOO and Rice doing a switch in the flanks. Basically, they were still central midfielders, but there was a switch, as I said, in the flanks. And I've seen as well like the formation 3-4-2-1, which, as I said in the other England related video, this is in my opinion the best formation for this English squad, because it includes more midfielders, and England has lots of amazing midfielders that deserve to play in this tournament. So yeah. Okay, now let's dive into this match. So first of all, in minute 9, I've already seen Xavi Simons scoring. Honestly, it was so unexpected. He basically tackled and he manages to score from outside of the penalty area. And yes, it was a beautiful goal. And honestly, what I liked about it, actually, in case you guys did not notice, it was more like a goal scored from a dive. And simply, in my opinion, that was the most beautiful goal I ever seen from that kind. A goal that comes from a dive, and actually not ever, but like from European tournaments so far. I haven't seen too many these kind of goals. They're really special to actually manage to score from a dive. It's actually pretty impressive. But this one, honestly, it was the most beautiful I've seen so far at European tournaments. And yeah, I have to give Xavi Simons credit for that, even though I was supporting England still. For that goal, I have to give them credit. Then in minute 14, already I wanted to make a remark on Saka's performance, because honestly, I really liked the way he played from the beginning of this game. He was trying to assert himself so much, and basically, he had created so many actions and he tried to shoot multiple times on target, and actually I really liked how implicated he was in the game in this match, honestly. And as I said, I like the fact that he tried to assert himself to the Netherlands, to the Dutch squad. And yeah, I felt the need in that moment to just appreciate him, because in the first quarter of hour I think that he had made most of the English actions. And yeah, then 3 minutes away from this, Dumfries commits a foul and in the penalty area, and he receives a yellow card, and this results as well a penalty kick. And honestly, there was a really controversial decision, because some people were saying that that was not a penalty, some others were saying that that was a penalty, and in my opinion it was a penalty. Though I wouldn't have went for like a yellow card. I wouldn't have given a yellow card. I think that was, it wasn't a yellow card foul, but still it was a foul made in the penalty area. And yes, I agree with the referee awarding England a penalty kick, and Kane shooted, and of course he scored. Honestly, it was an unstoppable shoot in my opinion. The way he shot, he's anyway such a great penalty shooter, and I mean, in his career, I think that he has around like almost 90. He has tried to score. Basically, he had attempted almost 90 penalty kicks, and I think that he missed somewhere around 10 penalty kicks from all of those. So yeah, I mean, he's amazing at those, and yeah, once again he showed that, and he scored for England the equalizer. And yeah, basically it was quite interesting to see. I mean, I like the fact that the first half was so alert. I mean, goals were happening really in the most unexpected moments, and like super fast, and yeah, like that. Then in minute 22, Foden was trying to create something there, basically from MAINOO's pass. But basically what happened there was the fact that Foden started creating an action, stuff like that, but he needed so much time to shoot. I mean, he could have shoot it directly when he created the action, but no. Damn, man, tried to dribble, tried to do some more extra moves. I mean, yeah, till he actually started shooting, I mean, till he actually attempted a shoot, already Dumfries basically blocked his shoot, as I said. I mean, basically what happened, because that was a really interesting phase, but for 1 second I actually forgot what basically how Dumfries blocked his shoot. But basically Dumfries stopped it directly on the line, on the goal line. Literally on the goal line, he stopped the ball. I mean, it was just so close. But honestly, I think that Foden, till then, he could have scored, but for some reason, he decided to do so many extra moves and to dribble so much, and eventually, when he decided to shoot, Dumfries was there, and Dumfries directly blocked his shoot, and he blocked it directly on the goal line. And yeah, that was something, honestly. And then in minute 39, there's another Foden action. Foden shoots on target, but the keeper saves it. Basically, what I've liked about Foden so far was the fact that I started seeing him more, because this whole tournament I think that he had definitely really poor performances, and honestly I do not think that he has an excuse, because a lot of people would say that, okay, yeah, but he played the whole season for Manchester City, and imagine, I mean, he played for Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League and stuff like that. But okay, I mean, they played for Premier League Premier League in the FA Cup as well. And in the Champions League, they got out in the quarterfinals. So, I mean, definitely, I don't think that he was that tired. I mean, compared to, for example, Bellingham, literally 1 week before the European tournaments, he was playing the Champions League final. I mean, there I think that he is more tired than Foden. And honestly, I think that Foden, as I said, did not have any excuse to have such poor performances in these European tournaments. And honestly, I mean, he is the best player in Premier League, in the best league. I mean, Premier League is the best national league, and to see him having these performances in the European tournaments, at the European tournament, was pretty disappointing, I would say. So yeah, what I liked about him in this match was that already I started seeing him more. I mean, I've started seeing him creating more actions, linking passes and stuff like that. I mean, in this match I've started, as I said, seeing him more, and him trying to actually do something and not be invisible on the pitch. Though, I mean, his actions were definitely not the best. They were not that successful, but at least I've seen him trying a bit more. And yeah, that's basically it for the first half. Now let's wrap it up. So basically, what I wanted to mention about the first half was the fact that MAINOO, in my opinion, in this first half, he was the best midfielder on the pitch. I liked the fact that he had so much confidence, he had so much personality, and he was, in my opinion, like the playmaker in the first half for England. And honestly, to see him doing all these things, and as I said, having so much confidence and so much personality, and him creating so many incredible actions and literally being a playmaker at the age of 19. And as a player who literally, he plays for Manchester United, and he had like such, I mean, the team had such a horrible performance in this season, but still he managed to have such amazing performances as well at the team and as well at the European tournaments. And yeah, I was really proud to see him having such a good performance in yesterday's match, because yeah, I mean, as I say in literally every single one of my videos, I'm a Manchester United fan, and yeah, to finally like to see one of my players literally having so much personality and confidence, and him being a playmaker at 19, I was so proud. And yeah, that's basically it for the first half. Then at halftime, I've seen 2 changes. So basically, Weghorst replaced Malen, and Luke Shaw replaced Trippier. And I did not expect that change there with Luke Shaw and Trippier, because honestly, I mean, Trippier is a really amazing defender and stuff like that, and I definitely did not expect to see him coming off the pitch, but I think that it was the right decision, because in the first half Trippier has not done much. So yeah, replacing him with Luke Shaw, who, even though yes, he did not gain experience in this season, he has a lot of experience from the other seasons. So yeah, I think that was a smart decision right there to make this replacement. And then in minute 70, Declan Rice tried, but he missed some action. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I meant to say. So I meant to say that Declan Rice was really tired. I said tried instead of tired, and then I realized that it makes no sense. And yeah, so basically Declan Rice at this point, in my opinion, was really tired in minute 70. And when literally in that moment, I was thinking that, okay, in my opinion, it's time for him to be changed. Basically, I've seen him missing some actions and simply showing his tiredness on the pitch. And as I said, in my opinion, that was the moment when, in minute 70, he should have been replaced with Gallagher, if you ask me. I think that would have been the best replacement, but that did not happen yet, at least, because Gallagher is actually going to join the field at some point, but not now. Then in minute 72, Bellingham receives a yellow card. Basically, he does a late dive on his opponent, and as well, like, the execution of that dive was really poor, in my opinion. So even if he wasn't late, I don't think that he would have managed to depossess him. Probably it would have still been a foul. And yes, the fact that it was a late dive, and as well with, a poor execution of that dive, those two things, those two aspects resulted a really brutal entry. And yeah, basically, I think that was a fair awarded yellow card. And then in minute 80, Saka scores, and honestly, the way I've screamed when Saka scored, I was so happy for him. But basically, the goal was disallowed due to Walker's offside. Because, I mean, when I first seen the replay, I was actually paying attention to Saka. And I was like, Saka is onside, that's not an offside. And then I seen Walker being offside. And I was like, why? I mean, that would have been such a beautiful moment if Saka would have scored that goal and stuff like that. And honestly, it was a beautiful goal. But yeah, he scored, but the goal was disallowed. And then 1 minute away from this, Foden leaves the field finally, in my opinion. Because, as I said, Foden had really poor performances at this European tournament. At least in this match, he has done more actions. He created more actions, but still not up to his standards, definitely. He was replaced by Palmer, and then Kane left the field and he was replaced by Watkins, and that was the magic, the good substitution and the good replacement. Honestly, when I've seen Kane being replaced, I mean, I was like, yes, it's time for Kane to be replaced, but still I'm like, who gets Kane out of the field if he's not injured? Who does that? You know, I mean, Kane is like a English legend, and he's a player that you're just looking at him and you're like, okay, you cannot change him. The moment when he plays for the national team, it's his pitch, it's his teams, his team. I mean, it was quite weird to see him being replaced, but definitely was the time for him to be replaced, because he did not, especially in the second half, he did not have the greatest performance. So yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't have thought to replace him with Watkins, but as I said, that was the right decision, because a few minutes later, I'm going to tell you what happened with Watkins. So, but before that, so in minute 85, Saka pushes Cody Gakpo, and he receives a yellow card. In my opinion, clear decision, even though there have been some complaints. No clear decision. Then 1 minute away from this, Van Dijk receives a yellow card for complaining. But honestly, even though I'm not a Netherlands supporter and stuff like that, he was right with complaining in that moment, because basically the referee signaled a out, but it was actually a corner kick, because Stones was the last one to touch the ball. So yeah, there should have actually been a corner kick. There was a little referee error. So yeah, but yeah, basically there Van Dijk received a yellow card, even though he didn't deserve that, because pretty much, as I said, I mean, he was right with his decision. I mean, he was right. He knew why he actually complained about that. And now, in minute 90 plus 0.1 seconds, literally in the 90 plus 0.1 seconds, Watkins scores a goal, and he scores the winner, and he scores a superb goal. And honestly, I mean, the way I screamed, I mean, I screamed with all my heart. I was so happy about this. But yeah, I mean, anyways. And what I've liked about this goal was the fact that he risked it. I mean, in that position that he was, it was quite risky. I mean, if I was him, probably I would have dribbled a bit more and then I would have shot, but no, he got the ball, and from that position, he risked it, he shot, and it was an absolutely perfect shoot. Like, no, that goal was really beautiful. Honestly, I cannot complain, and I cannot talk enough about it. It was really beautiful and so unexpected to see it from Watkins. And actually, what's something really funny is the fact that he swore after that on his kid's life. And yeah, that was a bit, why are you like swearing on your kid's life? But whatever. He swore on his kid's life that actually before the match he told Cole Palmer that he is going to do that Palmer is going to do the decisive pass, and Watkins is going to score, and actually that happened. So yeah. And in the same minute, Xavi Simons received a yellow card for decent, because I don't know exactly why he complained, but he complained after Watkins' goal. Probably he was claiming that there was an offside or something like that, so the goal would be disallowed, but there was no such thing. And after the goal, there were a few more replacements. So basically, Saka left the field and he was replaced by Konsa. And MAINOO left the field and he was replaced by Gallagher. And Dumfries left the field and he was replaced by Zirkzee. And Simons left the field and he was replaced by Barobi. So yeah. And the last action from this match was in minute 90 plus 4, where Trippier received a yellow card for decent. He was sitting on the bench and probably he was complaining. And yeah, this was basically it for this match. Now let's start the commentary. So first of all, what I wanted to say was the fact that, again, in my opinion, Netherlands have been the most aggressive team in this European tournament. I don't know why I keep on saying tournaments instead of tournament. But anyways, he has been, in my opinion, the they have been the most aggressive team of this European tournament, and they were complaining about us, Romania, that we are aggressive. And yeah, honestly, again, they show that they're a super aggressive team, and honestly, I would say that they're pretty unsportsmanlike. I mean, yeah. I really did not like their behavior, honestly, and as I said, really kind of unfair play and very, very aggressive, in my opinion. I mean, again, they received many yellow cards for complaining and for rough falls, and yeah, aggressive team, honestly. And basically, I wanted to even though yes, I've complained about Netherlands, I have to admit that Xavi Simons, in my opinion, have been the best player of that field, from the best Dutch player from that field, honestly. I mean, he had a great game, he had a great performance, I cannot complain about him, honestly. And as well, MAINOO, in my opinion, has been the best English player on that field. And actually, Watkins received the MVP award, but I think that was like so dumb, because honestly, wait, Watkins, in which moment did he join the field? He joined the field in minute 81. In minute 81, this man played literally like less than 20 minutes, and he only scored a goal. That was the only thing that he has done, literally. Besides that, no interesting action. I mean, him to receive a MVP award just because he scored a goal, I think that is so dumb. But I mean, in my opinion, the MVP should have been MAINOO. The match that guy has made was absolutely incredible. And honestly, I'm not biased because I'm a Manchester United fan. Like, no, I'm actually really objective right now. And like, MAINOO, I mean, actually write down below, comment down below, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Watkins deserved the MVP award? Because honestly, I don't. I mean, he played less than 20 minutes, he only scored the goal, and that was it. Besides that, he ghosted. While MAINOO, the whole match, I mean, MAINOO has done so many actions, and he, as I said, he have been the play maker, and like, yeah, honestly, they're a really controversial decision, in my opinion. Not right. I mean, I don't know what those people that are like observing the match have saw. I think that they were watching a whole different match, but okay. And yeah, I meant to say as well the fact that, in my opinion, this was the best match from England so far. I mean, we all know that they had a really poor performance in this European tournament, but in this match they definitely they did not raise up to their standards, but honestly it was the best match so far, and they started looking more like a united team, in my opinion. And I was really happy to finally see England in the final, because as I said in multiple videos, I'm an England supporter, and as well, I'm a Madridista, and Jude Bellingham plays at Real Madrid, so I was really happy because in my opinion, Jude Bellingham is this year's Ballon d'Or. I mean, a lot of people would say that Vinicius will be the Ballon d'Or, but honestly, I quite disagree with that, because Vinicius, until March, if Bellingham was not behind him, he was not able to play. I remember that in matches where Bellingham was not playing, he was not doing anything. He was invisible on that pitch. And honestly, I started seeing him showing more personality from March. Since March, I've started seeing him, as I said, proving that, I mean, him showing us that he has more personality and stuff like that. And yes, he had great performances in the Champions League, but still, I don't think that, I mean, the whole season, he did not have the greatest performances, and honestly, I think that, as I said, Bellingham is probably this year's Ballon d'Or. And this European final, I mean, it means it will count on, basically, it will count for the Ballon d'Or award, sorry. And yeah, I mean, imagine it. What if, I mean, he won La Liga, he won Copa, the Spanish Cup, he won the Champions League, and as well, Vinicius has won these three as well. But in my opinion, Bellingham had better performances, he has scored more goals, and now he is in the European final, while sadly Vinicius was got out in the quarterfinals for Copa America. So yeah, imagine if Bellingham will win as well this European tournament. I mean, then in that moment it would be absolutely obvious that he receives the Ballon d'Or. But yes, I mean, as I said, I've heard many voices saying that Vinicius is going to be this year's Ballon d'Or, but I quite disagree with it. Honestly, if Vinicius is going to play as well as he did since March till now, the whole next season, then maybe in the next year he is going to receive the Ballon d'Or. But for this year, honestly, I think that he deserves the second place for this award. And I wanted to talk as well a little bit about Southgate, because honestly, I mean, he received so much backlash, but during his time as the English coach, he had shown honestly the greatest development, and I mean, the way he managed to bring England twice in a row in the European final. So honestly, I mean, I think that he is doing the right job, honestly, and I think that he is good at what he's doing. And yes, maybe he has done some wrong decisions, and maybe he was not able to, in this European tournament, to make the squad be united and communicate with each other and stuff like that. Still, I think that he receives too much backlash for the amazing performances that he has shown as England's head. So yeah, basically I wanted one moment there to pretty much appreciate Southgate. And honestly, I mean, yes, definitely he is not the greatest coach ever, but during his time, as I said, the greatest developments have happened in the English squad. And as I said, twice in a row, he managed to bring the English squad in the European final. So, yeah. And the last remark that I had was the fact that England honestly dominated the game. And I like the fact that they had a consistent game. And as I said, I like the fact that they were so united this time, and they finally looked more as a team. And yeah, if some people want to say that Netherlands deserves to qualify for the final, I quite disagree, because honestly, even if you just look at the ball possession, England had 60% of it, while Netherlands had 40% of it. And as I said, I mean, England dominated the game, and they have a really consistent game. And yeah, so yeah, basically this was it for today, you guys. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them. Comment down below any suggestion for me to improve and stuff like that. And subscribe to keep in tune with all of my uploads. Okay, you guys, bye!